All right, welcome to my laboratory away from school. I'd like to invite my two guest chemists in here today. Bryce and Asher Roy are going to help us with our experiment today. Say hi, boys.
Hi, people.
So we're doing the day one lab, which is conservation matter. If you want to follow along in your packets, that's on page 2. And what we're exploring today is the conservation of mass of a reaction. So the reaction we're going to do is everybody's favorite, vinegar and baking soda.
Wait. Oh,
Have you done this one before?
it's 2014.
Yeah. And the idea behind it is that we're going to have a balanced reaction. So we'll have the same weight before and after. It'll be nice and balanced like this meter stick here. So what we're going to do first is if you look at the measurements that we need in the procedure, we're going to use a graduate cylinder to measure our vinegar. We're going to use the weighing paper that flew away to measure the baking soda. There it is. And then we're going to pour those into our Ziploc bag. Today our Ziploc bag is a glove because we don't have any Ziploc bags, I guess. And then we'll seal that up quickly to try to contain all the reactants and figure out our weight before and after. All right, so Bryce and Asher, why don't we weigh the graduate cylinder here? Oops, you got it off.
Makes sense.
All right, so Bryce is reading the number and Asher can write it down. So this is measurement 1, 19.57 grams. 19.57. Okay, now we're going to take that off and put the weighing paper on there to see how much the weighing paper weighs.
$0.51.
0.51 grams. All right. Now we're going to measure the weight of our Ziploc bag. You got to make sure the whole thing's on top of the scale, so you got to kind of roll it up into a pile. Oh boy, that's not
Yeah.
Stay. Be a good glove. Yeah, probably 3.80 and it's starting to fall off. Hopefully we can get it to stay on there when we do the experiment. All right, now comes the hard part. We're going to measure our vinegar. I think maybe I should pour that.
Yeah.
All right. So we need 20 milliliters. Do you see where 20 milliliters is on there? Yeah, so we're going to try to pour to that. That's the hold that. Are we there? Okay, so we have 20 milliliters of the vinegar. All right, Asher, we need to weigh this. So how much does that weigh?
38.74 grams.
38.74. So that's the full graduated cylinder, 38.74. All right, now we're going to do the weighing paper. So let's put the weighing paper on the balance. And we need to measure out 5 grams of baking soda. Want to try to do that? Take this side, you can get a good scoop. around 2 grams. Almost there. That's close enough. So Asher, write that down. We're at 5.34 grams. That's more than that. All right, now is the hard part. Now we have to carefully pour the vinegar into our Ziploc bag. Here, let's pour that in there. Awesome.
Now we put the baking sodas.
And now we're gonna put the baking soda in there. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tie it up real quick. I think it fell into one of the fingers. I can feel it reacting. Feel it. Shake it up. Oh boy, look at it blow up. Wait, we can't wait yet. You gotta let the reaction finish. All right, I'm gonna back up as this acid explodes. Just kidding, it won't explode. It won't explode. Well, I might. I mean, you'd be surprised. Wow, that's really blown up, hasn't it? That might work better than a Ziploc bag.
Well, yeah, it's like a human hand.
That's like a human hand.
The human hand that's getting bigger because it's swelling of lots of bean or wood.
Give me 5. Oh, with the reaction. Yeah. All right. I think it's, what do you think? I should feel like. You think it's done reacting? Yeah, okay. So you think we can balance that on there and see if it can get a mess? Actually, that's weighing much better than it did before. Look, it's all on the balance. It's good. All right, we're going to write that down. 27.15. All right, excellent. So I'm going to bring this forward so you can see the numbers that we got. You can see that we, for the initial weight, had 19.57 for the graduated cylinder, 0.51 for the weighing paper, and 3.8 for the glove. And then when it was full, the graduated cylinder weighed 30.74. The weighing paper had a mass of 5.34. And the Ziploc bag weighed 27.15. So what I want you guys to do at home is to calculate the change in mass here of the 3 items, and then figure out how much the reactants weighed, and figure out how much the products weighed by subtracting the containers and glove and stuff like that. Okay, so take a moment and do those, and then answer the questions at the bottom. And we're going to do the calculations here to check, and then we'll. All right, so pause the video here if you haven't already to do your calculations to see how we did. I did them already, so you can come back to the video now after doing your work. We measured out the change in mass, so we had 19.17 for the graduated cylinder, 4.83 for the weighing paper, and 23.35 for the glove. So hopefully your numbers match up with that. And that means that these two added together, the 19.17 and the 4.83, come out exactly to 24 grams, which is kind of cool. But you can see that the weight of the products afterwards only have a weight of 23.35. So somewhere we lost 0.65 grams. So where do you think we might have lost some of the weight, Bryce?
We didn't tie it up fast enough. I think some of it fell out.
I think some of it escaped the glove.
Yeah.
because I can't type those fast enough. No, you're probably right.
And it seems that there's some baking soda left on this weighing paper.
Oh, so maybe I didn't pour all of it in. Yeah, I think you might be right. And there's a couple drips in the graduated cylinder too, so maybe not all of it. Oh, and I'm noticing now, look at the balance. Yeah, there's baking soda on there. So we might have just lost some of the material, but we were as careful as we could be, I think, huh, guys? So hopefully you could follow along with that lab at home. Please answer the questions there at the bottom of page 2 about what you think the products and reactants are, and try to get that equation to balance. And thank you for joining us in the Roy Chemistry Lab. Say bye, guys.
Wow.